Time for another film positivity favourite, a random film from a letterboxd list of 100 favourite films I made a while ago. First, I need to figure out what film is next. The random number is 70. And film number 70 on the list is Predator, directed by John McTiernan, who would go on to direct Die Hard the year after. It's something a little less highbrow than the last episode selection, Three Colours Blue, but it's no less enjoyable.
You son of a bitch!
But what is there to say about Predator that hasn't really been said before by other people, and probably more eloquently than I could manage? Nothing, I would assume, but bugger it, I'll talk a little bit more about why I like it anyway. In the 1980s there was a glut of ultra macho, explosion heavy, over the top action films, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the best of them. Predator, along with Commando, is probably Arnie's best pure action film and among the best action films ever made. It seems to me that Predator came out at the tail end of this action boom and acts a little like a send-off to the invincible action heroes that came before it. Commando, First Blood Part 2, Cobra, Missing in Action, Delta Force, Raw Deal were all giving way to the rising buddy cop genre perfected in Lethal Weapon, or the more vulnerable everyman heroes typified in Die Hard. And of course there was a wealth of Hong Kong gun fu and heroic bloodshed films still to come and inspire Hollywood in their own right. Predator sits in the middle, a stepping stone between these various action modes. It moves from testosterone-fueled, spectacular action beginnings directly to emasculation by almost becoming a slasher film, and finally ending in eventual individual triumph. It moves from a superhuman macho invincibility to vulnerably human within an hour and 45 minutes. Predator's about a group of almost impossibly muscle-bound commandos led by Schwarzenegger's Major Dutch. Other enormous members of the group include Jesse Ventura as Blaine, Bill Duke as Mac, and Sonny Landham as Billy. This heaving mass of testosterone and muscle is contracted by the similarly massive CIA agent Dylan, played by Carol Weathers, to perform a rescue mission deep in a Central American jungle. Upon arrival, there's an awesomely excessive explosion-ridden action sequence in which a rebel camp is absolutely obliterated. It's just wonderful, typifying the absolute best of that over-the-top mid-80s style of action. Afterwards, the team decides to head back to the extraction point after learning that more rebels would be arriving from a survivor that they took captive. However, it soon becomes clear that they're being followed. And around this time in the film there's a scene that perfectly captures the idea of a transition genre. A move from an invincible action hero to an imperfect and woundable one. Blaine, who up until this point has been the most vocally and abrasively macho of the group.
You're hit. You're bleeding, man.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Oh. Okay.
Is the first to die. He's killed easily and in an instant by the Predator. Mac finds his body, sees the shine of the cloaked Predator's eyes and begins firing wildly in a desperate rage into the jungle. He's joined by the rest of the squad who decimate about an acre of dense jungle, mowing it down with gunfire. It's a desperate and ultimately fruitless endeavour as the Predator escapes the onslaught with only a light wound. Responding to a threat with unbridled wild aggression is no longer effective, and it's at this point that the trappings of the excessive action film are put firmly in the rearview mirror, as the film speeds towards slasher horror territory. The Predator continues to hunt, thinning the group one by one, leading to a final confrontation where raw muscle counts for half as much as planning, tactics and adaptability. There's plenty in Predator to keep your interest, whether it's to contemplate genre or masculinity, or just to enjoy a bit of action excess followed by a bit of horror. In the end, it doesn't matter why you watch it, just as long as you do.